Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I started my YouTube around 2 months ago. I've been doing weekly vlogs since then. So we were in Miami and then we came to Panama for 6 weeks, and then I don't know what we're going to be doing in the future. But I thought it was about time I started doing other videos where I talk about other parts rather than just kind of a life daily kind of vlog video. I wanted to actually talk about things properly. Mostly to do with travel, about where I've been and what I've experienced and what I'd recommend, but also a little bit about makeup and fashion, anything really that interests me I thought I would share with you guys. So in this video I'm going to talk about what I take with me when I go travelling. So I'm currently in Panama. I'm on a Caribbean island called Bastimentos. We've been backpacking for a couple of weeks now. We're supposed to be here for in total for 6 weeks, but I think it might be cut short. But I thought I'd show you anyway what I brought with me for 6 weeks backpacking in Central America. So I have these two bags with me. This one is my makeup one and this one is more cosmetic things. So I'll let you know what's in each of them. I got these from Nordstrom Rack. I'll try and link it below if I can find it. But they're quite a good size, they're quite sturdy, and I quite like the pattern on them. Which is silly, but I'm a girl after all. So I'll start with the makeup bag. So it's quite a good one because it's got 2 pockets, as you can see. This first one, oh, it's pink inside as well. The first one has a space here for brushes, and then it's got a flap. And I only use 4 brushes anyway, so that's perfect for me. But if you're a proper makeup artist, you might want something else. But I find that's really practical just because then my brushes don't get dirty with the rest of my makeup, and they're kept separate. So I forgot to mention I've got the Real Techniques foundation brush, and then 3 Sephora brushes. This one is for my blusher, it's kind of a slanted brush. This one is for my contour, and then this one is kind of a face brush for my powders. And it's also got a little pocket here, you can see that. So in there I've got hair bubbles and Q-tips and hair grips. It's just kind of a good place to keep little bits and bobs that don't really have a pocket for themselves. And then the other side is a bit big. I said there's 2 zips, as you can see. So the second zip is a bit bigger, it's kind of this size. And this is where I keep all my general makeup. So that's what it's like on the inside. But I thought I'd go through one by one and show you exactly what I brought with me, knowing that I'm going to be travelling for 6 weeks. So the first thing is my favourite perfume, which is the Giorgio Armani Elle perfume. It's quite a big bottle, but it's the only one I've got of this perfume, so I brought it with me anyway. I feel like it's really nice to bring your favourite perfume with you when you go abroad, especially when you're somewhere, especially when you're kind of backpacking or somewhere that doesn't feel quite like home, because you can spray this and instantly feel like you again. So that's quite a nice one to have. Deodorant, obvious reasons, it gets hot here and you don't want to smell. Painkillers. That should be another one really, I don't know why it's there. Tiger Balm. This stuff is amazing for mosquito bites. So I'm one of those people that gets bitten. Jeremy's one of the people that doesn't, because they all bite me. So whenever I get bitten, I always put this on, so I always have it with me. You can find it in England and you can find it on Amazon, so I'll link it below. So I've got the OPI nail lacquer in Barefoot in Barcelona, which is just a really lovely classic nude colour. It's one of my favourite colours, I think, actually, just because you can kind of wear it anywhere all the time, and it's kind of looks nice without being outlandish, and you know, especially if you're kind of backpacking and things, you don't want to be having like glitzy nail varnish you've got to change every day or up, you know, or top up on a daily basis. So OPI is a good make because it stays on longer, it stays on quite a while, and that's just a nice general colour that goes with everything. I've got 2 mascaras. I've got the Roller Lash by Benefit, and then I've got the Maybelline, the Colossal Big Shot for volume. So I find this one's good for lengthening and this one's good for volume. I'd like to try the Bad Gal Benefit mascara, so I'll probably be buying that in the next couple of weeks. I can let you know what I think about that as well. So again, I generally use this one on its own just because it kind of lengthens my lashes without it being too heavy, but then if I'm having a night out or want to look a bit more special, I then plump it up a bit with this one. In terms of foundation, I've got the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in 02 Natural. I've never worn it a couple of days since I've been here. but I don't really wear makeup when I'm kind of backpacking and travelling and things, but I have that in case I have particularly bad skin, or if we're going for a nice restaurant or something where I do want to feel nice. I do like to bring a good full coverage foundation to cover the travelling. And then for powder, I just got the Stay Matte by Revlon in 006 Warm Beige. Bronzer, I've got the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in 022 Sun Bronze. And then my blusher, which I've had for years, but it's still going. It's the Clarins Blush Protégé in 04 Sunset Coral. I love this shade just because it's corally pinky and it's got a little bit of shimmer. So I haven't got a highlight with me. Add a bit of that. It kind of gives you a bit of a glow without being too much. For concealer, I've got the NYX HD Studio Photogenic concealer in 05. I think that might be a little bit dark, although maybe now with the tan it might be fine. For eyebrows, I've got the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil in Espresso, because I've got quite dark eyebrows, so I feel like this is quite a good shade. I've got a lip balm and then 3 lipsticks. I've got the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm, which is my favourite. I recently bought this. It's the L'Oreal Paris Nature's Blush 840. And then the last one, which is one of those ones where I love it and I kind of have it with me all the time. It's the Clarins Jolie Rouge in 705 Soft Berry. So I've got 3 lipsticks. Don't ask me why, because they're all basically the same colour, but I do. I've got another lip balm which we got for free when we went to watch the Super Bowl for hair bubbles, and some tweezers for plucking out stray hairs every now and then. I don't do it on a regular basis, maybe once every 2 weeks, but these are Tweezermans and I've had them for years. I would recommend them. They're a bit more expensive than the kind of cheap standard ones, but then they're still sharp. They last you honestly forever, so I would recommend these ones if you're going to get some tweezers. So that's everything in my makeup bag. I kind of have the basics. I kind of have deodorant, perfume, nail varnish, one of each, something for mosquitoes, painkillers, and I've got 1 foundation, 1 powder, 1 bronzer, 1 blush, 2 mascaras, eyebrows, 1 concealer, 3 lipsticks and 2 lip balms, and that's all my makeup. That's everything that I'm ever going to wear for the next 6 weeks. And to be honest, that's kind of all I wear anyway. But I thought it might be helpful for you to see just what I have packed for this 6 weeks, so that if you're planning on going away for 6 weeks or 4 weeks or 2 weeks or longer even, you can kind of have some sort of base and some sort of idea of what's a good thing to pack with you. Always try and think small and practical and light. So I know a lot of brands, especially the more expensive ones, have really heavy packaging, but that's part of the reason I went for these ones, because they're light and they're cheap and they're plastic, so that if they do break, I'm not gutted, or you know, the packaging doesn't weigh a ton. Because when you're carrying everything on your back and you've got I don't know how many dresses and shoes and cosmetics and makeup and everything, if you can save a couple of grams here and there, you will be thankful. So try and get lightweight things, and 1 of each if you can. Or okay, I've got 3 lipsticks, maybe I don't need 3, but it's nice to have a bit of variation. So make sure you bring exactly what you'd want, but not too much, because there's nothing worse than carrying something around for 6 weeks on your back and you don't use it once. It's so annoying. So now I'm going to go into the cosmetics bag. This has got everything from shampoo to mosquito spray, so I'll show you what's in here. This has only got 1 zip. I will add, when I bought these, they had huge pom-pom things on, like bright orange and pink and black, I think it was, pom-poms, which were huge and beautiful. I love them, but for travelling it's really not practical to have extra stuff that takes up space that you don't need. Anyway, so this bag splits into 3 sections. So you've got a zip section here, it's hard to hold. So you've got a zip section here, you've got this middle flap, and then you've got this section here. So I'm just going to show you what's in all 3 sections. So in the first section, in the shower section, I've got the St. Ives Even and Bright exfoliating body wash. Make sure you get one that you like the smell of, just because if you're going to smell of it for the next 6 weeks without really much option of changing, make sure you get one that you like. This one is exfoliating, which I would recommend against, only because we got a sunburn on the Sandblast Islands, and then I couldn't then use a shower gel to wash. I had to use my shampoo as like a body wash, which is fine. It washes, it gets you clean. but I wouldn't recommend the exfoliating one if you're going anywhere hot and you might get sunburn. Next one is toothpaste. I've got the Colgate, it's the baking soda and peroxide whitening. I got this one because it was cheap, the cheapest one in Target when I was in America. Not much to say about toothpaste. Colgate is my favourite. I think it's just because I've used it my entire life, so I like the taste of it. I don't like the taste of it with the toothpaste, which is weird because they're all mint, I know. But I do particularly like the Colgate ones. Next up is the Batiste dry shampoo. I can't go anywhere without this stuff because my hair is dry at the ends and it gets super greasy at the top. Even if I wash it the next day, you can guarantee it's greasy. So I always have a bottle of this with me, and I did carry a big one. I've not used it as much as I thought I would, but then at the same time, if I had used it more often, I wouldn't want to run out and, you know, just take a travel size one. So for 6 weeks I felt this is a good size. But yeah, you can obviously use different ones if you've got a favourite one, but I personally go for this one. For my hair, I've got the Pantene or Pantene Pro V Daily Moisture Renewal 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. This is a hydrating one because I know that my hair gets particularly dry anyway, but especially in hot countries it gets even drier, so I've got the moisturising one. And also I've got a shampoo and conditioner in one, so that I'm not carrying around 2 bottles. It's not as moisturising as I need, but I feel like it does the job. So that's why I got this one. It's quite nice. I don't particularly like the smell. I wish I'd smelled it before I bought it, but I went for practical kind of moisture renewal rather than smelling them all and deciding which one I like the smell of best, but that's nothing important. Anyway, it's fine, it works, it does the job. Next up, so I dyed my hair with like one of those box dyes. Didn't go as planned, but anyway, that's in the vlog, so I'll link it below. But in there I got a mini conditioner to help with the colour. So you know, you usually get these when you dye your hair at home, you get like a little tube of conditioner. So I brought this with me because it's super conditioning, so I use this maybe once a week when I don't, you know, kind of use the shampoo and conditioner 2-in-1, and then every now and then I use this one to really give my hair just a bit more shine and moisture when it's needed. In England, I know you can get hold of travel size bottles of conditioner, so I'd recommend that, whereas in America I couldn't really find anything. So it was quite lucky that I just dyed my hair and I could take this with me. But what I would recommend otherwise is to get a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner and a small conditioner that you know really works and really nourishes your hair. This way you kind of got your daily or 2nd or 3 daily, however often you wash your hair, wash, plus a really good conditioner for when you need it, for when your hair feels particularly dry. And then the last thing in that section is just my razor. I use a Gillette Mach 3 just because I feel like the men's razors work better than the women's razors do. What's more to say? So that's everything from that first section. In the middle section I've got tampons and pads, which I don't really need to show you close up. I've got enough to probably last me 6 months rather than 6 weeks, but never mind, I thought I'd rather bring too much than not enough. And then in my personal care cosmetic-y section, so the first thing is some anti-mosquito spray. As I said before, I always get bitten, so I always try and avoid it. The mosquitoes seem to come out here all day. It's not kind of just in the evenings or just by the water. They seem to be here all the time. So I've been spraying this constantly on my arms and my legs and anywhere that's exposed. Makes you stink, but stops you getting bitten. So next thing is sun cream. I've got the Parasol 30. I think we got this in France, so this is, you know, I've had this for a while now. For the face and body, I would recommend getting a 50 or higher. I don't know if higher exists, but it depends on where you're going, because I got really burnt in the San Blas Islands when we first got here. So I wish well, in fact I had 150. Yeah, I had 150 and still got burnt, so make sure you do put sun cream on depending on where you, like obviously if you go to hot countries. Always bring a bottle with you, but you can tend to buy it wherever you are. So this is one that I've gone for. Again, not a lot to say, just keep yourself protected, guys. Tissues, which have actually come in handy because I've been ill quite a lot since I've been here. So yeah, you can. I mean, I'm sure you can buy these everywhere, but I like to bring my own kind of couple of packs just to make sure, just for the flight as well, and for whenever you need them, you've got them. So the next thing is Hydro Boost Hydrating Cleansing Gel by Neutrogena. This one is brilliant for me. I kind of have dry skin, but then if I don't treat it properly it gets really greasy. So this one is perfect because it's super hydrating and moisturising. It just works really well with my skin. I love the formula, I love everything about it. So this is what I've been using for the past probably year, I'd say. And my skin has really cleared up thanks to using it. So this goes everywhere with me, no matter whether I'm travelling or at home or on holiday, this comes with me. And then to go with that, I use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream for the eyes. I bought this recently, this is a new purchase, but I'm actually really enjoying it because I have really sensitive eyelids, and if I put face cream on my eyes or even certain eye creams, it make my eyes really sore and watery. So it's hard for me to find one that I actually really like, and this is one of them. So I'll definitely be repurchasing this when I go back to Miami when it runs out. It was expensive, I think it was about $20 for this little tube, but I mean, I'd pay that to not have sore watery eyes. And then I also use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream Extra Dry Skin Face Cream. I gotta use this one because it's super nourishing, super moisturising, hydrating. It's great for my skin. It means that it's not dry but that it's not greasy as well. So again, I take this with me everywhere, whether it's holidays or travelling or at home. This is the one that I use. I feel like when you're travelling you can skimp out on certain things, like body wash, get a cheap one, it doesn't really matter. Sun cream, you can get a cheap one, it doesn't really matter. But then when it comes to your skin and your face, I would recommend getting what you're used to and not changing, not getting something cheaper just because you're going travelling. Take what you need and take what you like and take what you want, because honestly there's nothing worse than being somewhere and having dry skin or itchy skin or watery eyes or something wrong and you can't really enjoy yourself because you haven't brought the right products with you that agree with your skin. So this is what I bring with me anyway. So next up I have the Delarom Exfoliating Face Mask with Pink Clay. This one is perfect. It's a small size, which is good for travelling, but also it's a really great exfoliator for me because I find that some exfoliators make my skin really tight or dry or itchy or sore or just uncomfortable, whereas this one exfoliates but then it also leaves my skin nice and nourished and moisturised. So I love using this maybe once a week. Not every day, it doesn't need that. Every now and then, just when my skin feels like it needs a bit of a cleanse, just a bit of a clean, I'll use this one. It's my favourite. I've tried other ones, but this one's the best that I've found. It is expensive, but then again I think it's worth it for your skin. I don't use it often, so even though it was expensive when I bought it, I've had it maybe a year and it's probably half full, so it's a great one to buy. The next thing is tattoo cream. We bought this one at a tattoo exhibition, and I put it in a Sephora jar just because the other jar was huge. But I bring this just to top up my tattoos, just to give them a bit of a moisturiser every now and then. I don't really need to bring it, I haven't used it to be honest in the past 3-4 weeks, so maybe you don't need this, but I brought it anyway. But maybe if you do have more tattoos, it'd be good to moisturise them, especially in the hot weather when your skin gets a bit drier. So I've got this one, I'll link it below, I can't remember the name of it. To take all my makeup off, I've got the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water all-in-one. For sensitive skin, I think this one is, but it's for the face, lips and eyes. I've tried so many micellar waters, or micellar, I don't know how you say it, I say micellar. I've tried so many micellar waters, but like I say, I've got sensitive skin, I know I've told it about 5 million times. But if I don't use the right one, again my eyes water, my eyes get really sore, my skin gets really tight and dry or greasy, and but I feel like this one actually works and I can use it on my eyes without having to scrub really hard. I can kind of place it on there, give it a bit of a wipe, you know, scrub a little bit, but generally it's really nice for my skin. And it's one of the only ones really that I've found, especially affordable ones. I found some expensive ones that work, but this one is the best, cheapest one for sensitive skin. Clarins, it's the Lotus Face Treatment Oil. This is my second bottle. I love this stuff just because, like I say, if I don't do anything with my face it gets greasy, but if I add oil and moisture it stays as it should be, normal. And so this gives my skin the extra boost it needs when it gets dry in the hot weather. You can get cheaper oils, but I like this one. It smells lovely, it is lovely on the skin. I brought it for a bit of a luxury so that if I'm feeling a bit down one day, I've got certain bits that I know will make me feel nicer about myself, such as the perfume, a nice face oil, give myself a bit of TLC if and when needed. The next thing is a small hairbrush. I've got a bigger hairbrush with me, but it's still only a tiny small one. But this one's quite good because it's got the little mirror and then it's one of the ones that you push out. So this is good for taking to the beach, but also just to stick in your bag. You know, it takes up no space at all, but obviously you do need a hairbrush. So I would recommend getting a small compact one for if you go travelling, something that you can stick in your handbag if you want to when you come back from travelling, but then also it's great for when you are travelling, so it doesn't take up much space. It's not heavy, it's not big, it's very tiny. That's it in the palm of my hand, so that's good. When I got that from Primark for like €2 maybe. Toothbrush, obviously nothing to say about that, it's a toothbrush. So the next thing is just a spare blade for my razor. I've got this just in case the one goes blunt, but you never know. Another hair bobble. I've got a hair grip and one of these bobbles that's very popular. These are great just because you can wear them around your wrist so you don't get the marks around there. Good for sticking your hair in a bun as well. I've got the Champneys, the label's scrubbed off, but it's like a spa treatment relaxing pillow mist. I think it's with like lavender and things, but this is the one product, if I can't sleep at home, I'll spray this on my pillow, listen to spa music, and I'm off for the night. I love it. It sends me right to sleep. So I brought this with me in case, you know, when you go travelling, you stay in like a hostel or in a hotel where it's loud, or somewhere that smells, or somewhere where it's, the bed's not so comfy. You can stay in different places when you're travelling. So I thought if I bring this with me, if I ever can't sleep, I can spray a bit of this, listen to some spa music and just relax and forget where I am, get to sleep, because there's nothing worse than not being able to sleep at night, and especially when you're in a dorm room, or not that we've done dorm rooms, but I know some people do. You don't want to be not sleeping, so if you can get anything that helps you sleep, do it. Bring it with you, you won't regret it. So I've used this a couple of times since we've been here, if I've maybe felt a bit anxious, or if the bed's not been comfy, or if it's been smelly or loud outside, whatever the reason, spray a bit of this and it relaxes me completely for the night. So that's one of my other top tips, is to bring something that relaxes you. And then the last thing is kind of a medical thing. So a couple of months ago, I can't remember what I did. I'll put it on the screen if I remember, I'll ask Jeremy. But I hurt myself and I ended up getting, oh that was it, I had my wisdom teeth out. I had 4 wisdom teeth out all in one go. And they gave me paracetamol and codeine to help with the pain. I didn't like taking it. I didn't take it very often at all. Maybe the first couple of days, and then maybe in the evenings to sleep 1 or 2 days, but really not at all. I don't like taking medication, but I thought I'd bring some with me just in case. You never know. Anything could happen. You could break your leg, you could hurt yourself. If I ever need any pain relief from me or Jeremy, at least we've got some strong stuff that will actually work. Rather than, so I've got the paracetamol for things like period pains or a headache or whatever. This is for if shit goes down. If anything happens, we're covered. And that's it. That's everything I brought with me for 6 weeks. It might seem like a lot to some people or not a lot to other people, but this is personally what I've brought with me. The things I wouldn't bring is the tattoo cream, just because I've not really used it. 3 lipsticks, I didn't need 3. 1 would have been fine, maybe 2, especially 3 the same colour. Fair enough if they're 3 different colours, but they're 3 natural nudes. Apart from that, I feel like I've done quite well with this packing. I feel like I've brought everything that I would need. I've been quite practical, but then also I've brought things that I know will make me feel good about myself, like I say about the perfume and the face oils and things that are a bit of a luxury to me. Just to make me feel at home sometimes when I'm missing home or travelling and in different places. It's nice to feel comfortable. So that's everything that I packed with me. Let me know below if you packed anything different to what I've packed. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up, please, it really helped me, and subscribe if you want more travel videos. I'm planning on talking about where I've been, experiences, top tips, travel tips, what to take with you, what to pack, what not to pack. So this is the first of like a series, hopefully. I want to post one vlog per week to show you guys what I've been up to that week, but then also one video where I talk about things that will actually help people, so what to pack. Like I said, I've got lots of ideas, so that will be coming soon. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!